Welcome back to the PCOS Healing Circle. I'm super excited today because we're shifting gears a little bit from talking about the PCOS types to now talking about shifting our mindset and healing PCOS. Just in case this is your first time tuning in, I'm your PCOS coach Adrienne, and I'm here to walk you through healing PCOS holistically and with your mindset. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into how shifting your mindset is absolutely key for healing PCOS. Remember, any step you take towards becoming the best version of yourself must start with a powerful mindset shift. So what does a mindset shift truly look like? It's about recognizing those constant draining negative thoughts in your head and you want to do something to change it. It's about acknowledging that behavior and then consciously putting powerful tactics in place to help you combat the negative feelings and help you change your thoughts from negative to positive. This isn't just important, it's absolutely crucial, especially if you're on a journey to heal your PCOS. The reason this is so important for women that have PCOS is because many of the compulsions, addictions, and cravings come from unhealed trauma. By identifying those triggers, we can strategically implement a plan and set some achievable goals because now we know where the root stems from. Before we go over ways to shift your mindset, let me just tell you a little bit about my personal story. Since the age of 18, I noticed excessive body hair, and of course, I've always had a regular period. When asking my doctor about why I have irregular periods, the only answer I was given is because I was super athletic in high school. So at that point, I just started to think it was normal. My freshman year of college, I finally had an incident that I couldn't ignore. I was having a prolonged cycle, and it lasted for over a month. I went to the doctor on campus and was immediately given birth control. The birth control only made things worse for my PCOS symptoms. I was noticing heavier periods and they were extremely painful with excessive cramping. Still feeling lost after I took the birth control, I honestly just gave up on the issue I was having with irregular periods and just chalked it up to the game as to something that I would have to deal with for life. I was just going through living my life normally, partying, smoking, drinking, doing anything that, I wanted to do, not realizing that all of this was contributing to my PCOS. By the age of 28, I got lost in love, lost in work, and honestly lost sight of caring for myself. This is where my PCOS came to a breaking point. I had a cycle at that point that stayed on for about 4 months, and I couldn't do anything to stop it. I went back to the doctor because I was really concerned, but of course, they weren't able to do anything except for recommend birth control and recommend that I lose weight. Being absolutely fed up with the healthcare system at that time, I decided to take matters into my own hand and started doing some research on TikTok. I came across a creator who was having the same experience with their cycle, and thank God they were able to give me tips that actually helped. From then on out, I decided that I was going to take my PCOS journey into my own hands. I started reading and researching everything I could to heal myself. While researching, my mom gave me this awesome book, When Food is Love, and that changed my mindset forever. What truly resonated with me the most about the book is how healing your past can help you build a healthier future. This helped me understand that healing PCOS wasn't just going to be something quick for me to change my diet and hop back into my regular life. This had to be a total lifestyle change and a total mindset shift. I realized that in order to maintain the lifestyle changes necessary to heal PCOS, I would have to take a step back. I would have to identify what was triggering me to eat foods that I knew weren't good for me, and also identify why my mind is constantly processing negative thoughts. I had a breakthrough moment and realized how deeply intertwined my emotions are into my relationship with food. It was a breakthrough moment for me, and I started to think about what I could do to truly live the life that I wanted to live. And while my life is not perfect right now, I'm just super passionate about sharing some of the experiences and powerful tools that helped me completely shift my mindset and start healing PCOS. So with all that being said, we're going to go into 3 key mindset shifts to empower you during your healing journey. The first step is reclaiming your relationship with food, and being a PCOS girly, this especially means sugar. The very first thing I started to do was started evaluating my relationship with food. As someone with insulin resistant PCOS, I knew that sugar was a major trigger for me. It spikes insulin levels and unfortunately leads to excess androgen production. But to be honest, I was extremely addicted to sugar. I felt like I had to have something sweet after every single meal. I realized that this addiction not only came from PCOS, but also came from a deep-seated feeling of loneliness. I always felt like a misfit, never really had a lot of friends, and it was extremely isolating. I was raised by a single mom that worked 2 jobs, so we already know sacrifices had to be made. I had to learn that being lonely was a core trigger for me, and I relied heavily on food when I didn't have the entertainment of any friends or family. Now that I'm on my healing journey, when I have those moments that I feel lonely, instead of using food, I decide to use that time to start building my dream life and focus on me. When I talk about building my dream life, that means you are immensely focused on it. I set clear tactics and made sure that when cravings hit, I would immediately implement these tactics. For example, one tactic I use is visualization. I would cover my walls in pictures, affirmations, and just different things to motivate me into building my dream life. I surround myself with these visuals because this instantly puts me into a place where I'm back in go mode. I'm ready to see my dream life and I'm ready to start living it. So this has always been a great tactic for me. Doing these small things truly helped me overcome. Doing this one small consistent thing truly helped me overcome my obstacles and helped me push my goal forward. And I just wanted to let you know you have this power within you too. The next impactful thing I did is started surrounding myself with nothing but positivity. I changed my entire algorithm. Like my Instagram feed now is nothing but positivity, affirmations, and seeing Black women succeed. I realized that I was struggling to maintain any PCOS plans or diets because I was constantly bombarded with negative thoughts about myself and even about others. This again stemmed from my feeling of childhood loneliness. Once I truly understood the root cause, I had to start implementing and creating a concrete plan. I started listening to affirmations and finding influencers who would focus on mindset. One video shared a tactic that I use every single day. It's when you get a thought in your head that's negative, automatically say cancel. I like to think of my brain as a computer. So anytime I see like spam, which is the negative message come up, I'm automatically say cancel in my head and I exit out of that draining tab. And the last, but certainly not least thing I started doing and still continue to do every single day is working out. To me, working out is one of the most effective strategies when you're trying to change your mindset. Working out to me isn't just about the physical changes. It releases cortisol and boosts dopamine, which we all know this is vitally important for managing PCOS. And when I say working out, I don't mean it has to be anything like a high intense workout or anything that's physically straining. Even a mindful walk or gentle yoga can have a profoundly positive effect on the body. Working out helped me overcome the feeling of loneliness because I started to see my own strength. I realized that I was capable of so much more that I never thought was possible. It taught me patience and showed me the beauty in watching myself grow and transform. It's truly a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Each one of these strategies gave me the framework and the blueprint on how I could positively and effectively shift my mindset for the better. Understanding why and how we respond to things is truly the beginning of healing PCOS. It's the first, most courageous step that you can take towards tackling something that can feel like a really tough problem. But remember, you are not alone, and with a powerful mindset shift, you can achieve incredible breakthroughs. So with that being said, I hope this really resonated with someone who's dealing with PCOS and wants to shift their mindset. If it did, definitely comment below. The next video we're talking about is tackling the sugar addiction.